Item number SCP-001. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-001 is to be kept locked along with all data pertaining to it inside the primary archival vault on Sub-Level 1 on Site 10. The vault is a custom manufactured reinforced concrete and steel vertical octagonal prism. See Appendix U for full schematics, with a 2,000 kilometer, 0.9 meter thick time-locked access portal in the ceiling. The time-locked schedule should be classified and available only to Dr. Y. Mirsky. Access is conditional to the 3-factor authorization. Example: key card, fingerprint, and passphrase. SCP-001 is among the safest artifacts in the Foundation's possession, and these measures are primarily intended to prevent theft. Description: SCP-001 is a smooth black, perfectly ellipsoidal 15.1 cm x 15.4 cm x 16.5 cm oxygen gemstone with a modded white pattern. Wrapped around its exterior, encompasses the equator and both poles, is a complex and lateral fractal filigree in gold metal. The gold is sculptured into broad strokes and what is now usually agreed to be the lower or south pole of the object. It is increasing latitude. The pattern becomes progressively more intricate near the North Pole, also called the lock and singularity. See acquisition report below. The pattern complexity progresses beyond the capability of optical and electron beam microscopes can resolve. Further investigation is pending with advances of microscopy technology. The gemstone continuously emits a small quantity, 34.5004 to 34.5010 MW, of thermal radiation in the microwave range. As a result, the gold filigree is warm to the touch. The white molten areas emit practically more radiation than the black oxygen areas. Other than this, SCP-001 is totally inert. It is apocalyptic to all forms of eclomatics and hard radiation, and is so far indestructible. See log for Project Pluto below. Its oxine gold composition is guessed from visual inspection, since the taking of samples and chemical analysis has been proven impossible. Project Pluto Master Log. The following experiments have failed to open SCP-001. Conventional lockpicking. Brute force assault with hammer, chisel, sledgehammer, bolt cutters, welding torch, bandsaw, etc. Sustained heat to 5,000 degrees centigrade in industrial furnace. Artifact reflected all thermal energy, did not increase in temperature. Direct application of industrial cutting laser. 160 kW centimeters 2. Concentrated on the lock. Artifact reflected all energy. Compression in vice, car crusher, hydraulic diamond, face press, all destroyed. Application of corrosive acids and other highly acidic compounds, no reaction. Detonation of plastic and solid explosives up to 0.5 kilometers. TNT equivalent at the point blank range, no effect. Detonation of the 15 KT TNT equivalent automatic warhead on the point blank range, authorized, granted retroactively by Dr. Mirsky, no effect. Project Pluto is to be immediately terminated, Dr. Hack. Project Pluto is ongoing and in full support of Foundation resources, Dr. Mirsky. SCP-001 Acquisition Report. The earliest report of SCP-001 is the handwritten journal of a minor Scottish aristocrat, Sir Irwin Young, 3rd Baronet, 1611 to 1677, and, as was customary at the time, Young kept a cabinet of curiosities, a small room of artifacts of undetermined provenance such as sculptures, preserved creatures, and trinkets. Young's journal included references to the acquisition of 1654 an ambule jewel of Ognic and Philogrild, of Fingays beyond rational intimate, while traveling among the Mesopotamian desert. The following intricates have that SCP-001 is found buried in the ruins of a bitter, baffed place older than days, and what Young took to be a temple of a fearsome death god. SCP-001 was found encased in stone in the center of 4 enormous runic stones. Young's journal includes a sketch of the most readable size of the most well-preserved stone, but he was unable to read the runes or find a scholar who could translate them. Young's account of his journey and the location of the ruin is incomplete and has not been located. Young's electrics to curious provenance lays in the storage for several centuries after he died. In 1805, his descendants donated SCP-001 to the Scottish National Museum in Edinburgh. The curators of the museum regarded SCP-001 as an ancient, fragile, and priceless example of ancient Sumerian metalwork. They therefore failed to discover its anomalous warmth, its indestructibility, or its impossible microscopic scale construction. They were, however, able to identify the runes in Young's sketch as tertiary Sumerian cuneiform, circa 34,000 BC. Only a partial transition is possible. With loss and weat, a noun, apicith, probably a proper noun. On this ending, fatality, joy, plus permanence, possibly protection. Mr. Candice, who performed the translation, noted this appears to be some sort of indication or spell of containment. Apicith is the name of whatever is imprisoned within the gemstone. SCP-001 was finally placed in a semi-permanent display in 1949. In 2003, Foundation staff observed that the molted white patterns of the surface of SCP-001 resembled the cosmic microwave background, a pattern of microscopic encompassing an entire observable universe, as mapped by NASA's Wilkinson Microwave Astrophy probe earlier that year. Closer inspection shows the two patterns to be identical. SCP-001, along with Baronet Young's journal, was immediately purchased by the Foundation Front organization and transferred to Site 10, where Dr. Q. Hack and Dr. Y. Mirsky performed initial routine analysis. Research continues under the auspices of Dr. Mirsky and Dr. Hack, having recently left the Foundation. Young's journal has also included several detailed sketches of SCP-001. In one of the sketches, a small ordnate object resembles a key known fitting as the North Pole. The key has not been recovered.